Today's idiom is, there you go again. It conveys mild exasperation or recognition when someone predictably repeats a behavior. Popularized by Ronald Reagan's 1980 debate quip, it humorously highlighted an opponent's recurring arguments. Let us hear examples. Every time we talk about healthy eating, you mention pizza. There you go again. This notes a predictable habit with playful annoyance. He forgot his keys for the third time. Oh, there he goes again. This shows a recurring mistake with knowing exasperation. Both capture recognizing a familiar, repetitive action.
Similar phrases. Here we go again, and you're doing it again. Here we go again implies general resignation about a recurring situation. You're doing it again is a direct observation. There you go again uniquely adds a nuance of mild, familiar exasperation, acknowledging someone as typical, predictable behavior.
In summary, there you go again acknowledges someone's predictable, repetitive behavior, often with mild exasperation. Its origin in a famous political quip makes it relatable. Use it to playfully or pointedly call out a pattern you've seen, adding humor or knowing recognition. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is thanks for the heads up. It means thanking someone for providing advance warning or important information. The phrase heads up originated in the early 20th century as a literal warning to look up, perhaps for danger, eventually evolving to mean giving any helpful prior notification. Let us look at some examples. Thanks for the heads up about the road closure. I'll take a different route. Here, it directly acknowledges a crucial warning. I appreciate the heads up that the meeting time changed, otherwise I would have been late. This shows gratitude for avoiding a problem. Both demonstrate appreciation for timely information that helps prevent inconvenience or prepares someone.
Similar phrases include, thanks for letting me know and I appreciate the warning. Thanks for the heads up is often for a casual, proactive piece of information that helps you prepare rather than just a general notification or a severe warning.
In summary, thanks for the heads up expresses gratitude for advance notice or useful information. Rooted in telling someone to look up, it means appreciating preparedness. Use it to acknowledge someone's thoughtfulness in keeping you informed. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is don't be a stranger. This friendly phrase encourages someone to maintain contact and not let their connection fade. Originating from early 20th century social farewells, it's a warm instruction. It implies you value the person and want to keep them in your life, preventing them from becoming an unfamiliar face. Let us explore examples. It was great catching up. Don't be a stranger, okay? Here, the speaker genuinely desires continued friendship. Before leaving the party, she told her new acquaintance, I had fun, don't be a stranger. This politely invites future interaction. Both examples foster continued communication, showing the connection is valued.
Consider similar expressions. Let us keep in touch is a general request for communication. Drop by anytime is an invitation for a visit. Don't be a stranger blends these with a warmer, personal tone, indicating a genuine desire for their presence in your life, implying a deeper bond than mere communication.
To summarize, don't be a stranger is a warm invitation to maintain contact and not become distant. Rooted in social goodbyes, it reflects a genuine desire for continued connection. Use this idiom to express that you value someone as company and hope to see or hear from them again, strengthening your bonds. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is stop bugging me. This phrase is used when you want someone to stop bothering, annoying, or irritating you. It's a direct and common way to express your desire for peace. The origin of bugging likely comes from the annoying behavior of insects, which are notorious for pestering people. Over time, this natural irritation was metaphorically applied to any persistent annoyance, solidifying its place in everyday conversation as a request for someone to cease bothersome actions. Let us look at some examples of stop bugging me in action. In our first example, someone asks, "Can you please stop bugging me? I am trying to concentrate on my homework." Here, bugging clearly refers to interruptions or distractions that are preventing focus. Our second example states, "My little brother keeps bugging me to play video games, but I have chores to do." This illustrates a persistent, perhaps nagging request that is unwanted at the moment. Both scenarios show the idiom used to express a desire for an annoying behavior to cease, whether it's an interruption or a repeated request. Notice how versatile this phrase is, applicable to a range of irritating situations, making it a very useful expression in daily interactions.
When you want to tell someone to stop annoying you, there are a few similar expressions. Leave me alone is a very direct and general request for personal space or quiet, less about specific actions and more about general presence. Get off my back is stronger and implies a sense of being unfairly criticized, pressured, or constantly monitored, often with a hint of exasperation. Stop bugging me sits comfortably in the middle, focusing specifically on the annoying actions themselves rather than the person's presence or perceived pressure. Choose stop bugging me when the irritation is due to specific bothersome behaviors.
To wrap up, stop bugging me is an essential idiom for communicating annoyance. Remember, it means to ask someone to stop bothering or irritating you, much like a persistent insect. Its straightforward nature makes it incredibly effective for setting boundaries in various situations, from a noisy classmate to a demanding family member. So, the next time someone is being a nuisance, you now have a clear and culturally recognized way to politely, yet firmly, ask them to cease their bothersome actions. Keep practicing this useful phrase. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is I've been there before. This phrase is a powerful way to express empathy and understanding when someone is going through a tough time, indicating that you have personally experienced a similar situation. It is a common and heartfelt expression of solidarity. The origin of this idiom is quite straightforward, extending the literal idea of visiting a physical place to the metaphorical experience of enduring a specific kind of difficulty or challenge. It highlights a shared human experience, fostering connection and support. Let us explore how I've been there before is used in everyday conversation. In our first example, someone offers comfort, saying, "Don't worry about starting a new job feeling overwhelmed. I've been there before, and it gets easier." Here, the speaker is drawing on their past experience of feeling overwhelmed in a new role to reassure and support their friend. Our second example shows a similar sentiment. "I totally get how frustrating that project is. I've been there before with strict deadlines." In this case, the speaker connects with the frustration of a demanding project by sharing their own experience with similar pressure. Both examples highlight how this idiom effectively conveys understanding and offers a sense of shared struggle, making the listener feel less alone.
There are several ways to express empathy, but I've been there before has its unique nuance. I know how you feel is a general expression of understanding and emotional connection, focusing on the current feeling rather than a shared past event. I've walked in your shoes is a stronger, more vivid idiom, implying a very direct and profound shared experience, often suggesting that you've faced exactly the same circumstances. I've been there before is slightly less intense than I've walked in your shoes but more personal than I know how you feel, emphasizing that you've gone through a similar challenging situation, offering genuine comfort through shared experience.
To recap, I've been there before is a wonderfully empathetic idiom. Remember, it means you understand someone's current predicament because you have personally faced a similar situation in the past. Its power lies in creating an immediate bond of understanding and solidarity. Whether it's a new challenge, a difficult decision, or a moment of frustration, using this phrase can genuinely comfort and reassure others. So, the next time a friend or colleague is struggling, try using I've been there before to show your heartfelt support and connection. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is we reworking with a skeleton crew. This phrase means that a company or team is operating with the absolute minimum number of people required to function. It implies a reduced staff, often due to holidays, illness, or budget cuts, making operations lean. The skeleton refers to the bare bones or essential structure, suggesting only the most critical personnel are present. This image vividly conveys the idea of a severely understaffed situation. Let's see how we reworking with a skeleton crew is used. Our first example, during the holiday season, many businesses operate with a skeleton crew, handling only urgent tasks. This shows the idiom describing reduced staff for a specific period. The second example says, due to budget cuts, the department is working with a skeleton crew on the new project, which is slowing things down. Here, it highlights how limited staffing can impact efficiency. Both examples clearly illustrate that a skeleton crew means having just enough people to keep things running, often with challenges.
Other ways to express limited staffing include short-staffed and understaffed. These are generally interchangeable with skeleton crew, all indicating a lack of personnel. However, skeleton crew often carries a stronger connotation of being at the absolute bare minimum for essential operations, possibly even suggesting a temporary or critical state. short-staffed, and understaffed are more general descriptions of having insufficient employees for normal workload. Choose skeleton crew to emphasize extreme minimalism.
In summary, we reworking with a skeleton crew means operating with the smallest possible number of essential staff. Rooted in the idea of a bare skeleton, it powerfully conveys a situation of reduced personnel. It is a useful phrase when explaining that resources are stretched thin or operations are running at minimal capacity. So, the next time you encounter a team running on fumes, you'll know just the right idiom to describe their dedicated, lean operation. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is that's the thing. This phrase introduces the most important or problematic aspect of a situation, explaining why something is difficult. It pinpoints the core issue. Its origin comes from thing, meaning a specific matter. Over time, that's the thing became an emphatic way to highlight the central point of discussion, a fundamental part of everyday English. Let us see that is the thing in use. Example 1. I love to go hiking, but that is the thing, I twisted my ankle last week. Here, the idiom highlights the crucial obstacle. Example 2. We need to finish this report by Friday, and that is the thing, half the data is still missing. This shows it identifying the core challenge. Both examples illustrate how this idiom effectively draws attention to the most significant factor, making the main issue clear to the listener.
Other phrases like, here's the rub and the catch is, convey similar meanings. Here's the rub implies hidden difficulty. The catch is, introduces an unexpected condition. That S, the thing is more neutral and direct, stating the core issue. Use it for straightforward emphasis on the main point, making it versatile for daily conversation.
To sum up, that's the thing. Highlights the central point or crucial detail. It focuses on the essential element, often a problem. Its directness makes it effective for cutting to the chase. From thing as matter, it is a powerful tool. Use it to clearly articulate the heart of any discussion, a practical idiom for clarity. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is, it's no wonder you think that. It means your opinion is perfectly understandable and predictable given the circumstances. Anyone facing similar facts would likely draw the same conclusion, making your thought unsurprising. Its origin is transparent, combining no wonder with a perceived thought to indicate logical agreement. These examples highlight the idiom's use. The first validates a conclusion about guilt as a logical outcome of evidence. The second explains tiredness as an expected result of lack of sleep. Both demonstrate understanding, validating another's perspective by acknowledging a clear link between circumstances and their thoughts.
Similar expressions. That makes perfect sense, and it stands to reason. Perfect sense affirms reasoning directly. Stands to reason implies an obvious logical conclusion. Our idiom validates personal opinions based on facts. Alternatives suit objective reasoning more broadly.
To summarize, it's no wonder you think that expresses understanding and empathy. It acknowledges a logical, expected opinion given the information. This validates their perspective, not necessarily agreement. Use it to connect when a viewpoint aligns with circumstances. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is it happens all the time. This phrase signifies that a particular event or situation occurs with such regularity that it's no longer considered unusual or surprising. It is a way to normalize an experience, suggesting it's a common part of life or a frequent occurrence. Its origin isn't tied to a specific historical event, but rather evolved as a natural, direct, descriptive expression in everyday English, emphasizing the commonality of actions through simple, clear language. In the first example, we hear, "Don't worry about spilling your coffee. It happens all the time in this busy office." Here the speaker uses the idiom to reassure someone, implying that coffee spills are a frequent, normal occurrence in that environment. The second example states, "She missed her flight again, but honestly, with her schedule, it happens all the time." This illustrates how the phrase can explain and normalize a recurring issue, indicating that a missed flight is not a rare event for this person due to their demanding schedule. Both instances effectively convey that the described situation is a common, unsurprising occurrence.
When considering alternatives, that's a common occurrence is a direct, formal way to state frequency, suitable for more neutral or objective contexts. It's par for the course suggests something is typical or expected, often implying it as a normal part of a specific situation, sometimes with a slightly negative or resigned tone. Our idiom, "it happens all the time," is more conversational and emphasizes high frequency. often used for reassurance or to express a lack of surprise about a frequent event.
In summary, "it happens all the time" is a straightforward idiom used to convey that an event is frequent and therefore not surprising. It is a natural expression that evolved from direct descriptive language, making it universally understood. Use it to normalize common occurrences, offering reassurance or explaining why something isn't unusual. This phrase helps us connect by acknowledging shared experiences and the predictable patterns of daily life. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is "there is no smoking gun." This phrase means that there is no conclusive or undeniable piece of evidence to prove a crime or wrongdoing. Imagine a detective arriving at a crime scene and finding a gun still smoking from a recent shot. That would be definitive proof. The idiom, popularized by Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes stories, captures the idea of needing such irrefutable evidence. Without it, claims remain unproven or merely speculative. Let us look at our examples. In the first one, the prosecution's case was weak because there was no smoking gun tying the suspect directly to the robbery. The idiom highlights the lack of crucial evidence needed for conviction. Without that definitive link, the case struggles. Our second example states, "Despite all the rumors, the investigative report concluded there was no smoking gun to prove the politician's corruption." Here, the phrase explains that even with widespread speculation, no concrete, undeniable proof emerged from the investigation. Both examples clearly illustrate how no smoking gun is used when a conclusive piece of evidence is missing, leaving claims or accusations unsubstantiated. It is about the absence of that one crucial, irrefutable piece of proof that would settle the matter definitively.
For similar expressions, we have no concrete evidence and lack of conclusive proof. No concrete evidence is a very direct and literal statement, emphasizing that no tangible, real-world evidence exists. Lack of conclusive proof also points to insufficient evidence, but slightly more formally, often used in legal or official contexts. "There is no smoking gun" carries a stronger, more dramatic connotation, implying that the one piece of evidence that would end all doubt is absent. It is particularly effective when discussing investigations or accusations that lack a definitive gotcha moment.
To wrap up, "there is no smoking gun" powerfully communicates the absence of definitive, irrefutable evidence. Rooted in the imagery of a freshly fired weapon at a crime scene, it signifies that without that crucial piece of proof, a claim or accusation remains unproven. It is a vivid way to express that, while there might be suspicion or circumstantial evidence, there isn't that one undeniable fact that seals the case. Use this idiom to describe situations where a clear, direct piece of evidence is conspicuously missing. I'll see you next time with another great expression.